You are welcome back. If you are just joining us, it's still your favorite program, Democracy and the Rule of Law. My name is Obiora Ume. I'm a legal practitioner. And with us in the studio today as the guest is Barrister Deji Olaleye.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Right. We have to set the ball rolling. Our first port of call is the defection of 27 members of the River State House of Assembly from PDP to APC. We know that they were all sponsored by the People's Democratic Party. They won election and they were there. Recently, 27 of the 32 member house defected to APC. What is your thought on it?
Well, thank you very much. Of course, the drama that is playing out right now is one of the bane of our democratic transition as a nation. It's most unfortunate that we're having this kind of situation on our hands. Of course, you know that the provision of the Constitution requires a member of the House of Assembly to be sponsored by a political party. The political party that sponsors you for the election is the party to whom you are supposed to owe allegiance under the Constitution. And if you look at the provision of Section 109, subsection 1G of our Constitution, it is explicitly stated that one of the grounds upon which a member of the legislature can be asked to vacate his seat is when he moves from his political party and becomes a member of another political party. And that is what is playing out now in Rivers State. And once you are sponsored by a political party and you decide to move to another political party during the pendency or during the period or the subsistence of your tenure, you are deemed to have vacated your position as a member of the House. So, and I think that is what is leading to controversies now, whether or not these people can still be part of the legislature. And now, of course, you remember, please, and of course, you also remember that the legislature, the new Speaker of that House, has declared their seat vacant.
In other words, you are in agreement with the declaration of the seats vacant by the new Speaker?
Absolutely.
All right. Now, since the Constitution made a provision that members are elected on the platform of a political party that leaves that party for another party automatically loses their seats, do you think that the plans of PDP to get INEC to conduct fresh elections to fill the vacancies will yield results?
Well, I think it will all depend on the PDP, which is the sponsoring party for this particular group of legislatures. If you look at the provision of that Section 109, subsection 1G that I cited, the only grounds upon which the members of the legislature can be allowed to retain their office is where there is a division in their political party. And of course, there have been some development by some of these 27 members of the House to say that since there are some uncertainty as to who is the national secretary of the party, of their party, that there is a subsisting state of division. Obviously, that argument will not stand, because when the Constitution conceived of a division, it's talking about a faction, a situation where there's a faction between a political party, within a political party, not where there is no officer appointed for a particular position. They have made that argument that since there are plethora of cases involving who is to be the secretary of the party, therefore there is a division. And I don't think that that's in compliance with the provision of the Constitution. The Constitution conceived a situation where there is total fraction of a party. Before a legislator can say, yes, there's a division and I'm entitled to retain my seat because of that division. But in this case, the PDP the PDP in Rivers State does not have any faction. The national office, there's no faction in the national office. So the argument that there is a division does not subsist. I think what they can do is to go to court to ventilate their argument as to whether they can still retain their seat in the House. But if that is not done, then it will be proper for the party to ask INEC to conduct election in those areas where these people are representatives.
What do you think of them going to court to argue if they can retain their seats, if the Constitution has made clear provisions concerning that? Why do you think they need to go to court?
The argument they have raised, I don't think they will succeed. If you ask me, my opinion, I don't think they will succeed in any way, because it was tactless of them to move from their party into another party in the event of that crisis.
Okay. Democracy and rule of law. And we're looking at the defection in Rivers State by 27 members of the House of Assembly and the constitutional issues involved. Now, back to the issue we're discussing. Do you think that, going by the provisions of the Constitution, that the alleged division in PDP suffices for these 27 members to retain their seats?
Well, really, I don't think so. Like I was saying earlier on, except when, like, if there's a faction in the national office, maybe at the headquarters, or there are two separate divisions of that party, and one is not sure which one is the authentic party, then they can claim their seat. But in this case, on their own, voluntarily, they moved to another political party. And from all indication, even though they are supposed to be 27, but issues are coming up now that some of the members, supposed members, have decided to return back to their party, which creates another legal issue entirely. Whether or not they can still come back to their party, that's another legal issue entirely. All right, having left, can you still come back or return back to your party? But at least two of the members have said they are not part of it, and one other person who is also sick had declared openly that they are not part of the 27 that have moved to another party and all that. But like, if we are to take them seriously, I think the proper thing for them to do is to test the validity of their action in court. But there is no chance that they are going to win in any sense, because there are decisions of the Supreme Court that have made it clear what a division is all about, and it's usually about faction or where there is a merger of parties.
Yes, in view of the Supreme Court's decisions, the fact that where a candidate sponsored by a political party assumes office, and then before the expiration of his office leaves that party for another party, that such a person had lost his seat, yes, lost his rights, lost his privileges, yes, and everything. Do you think that these 27 members or whatever number they may be have a chance if they go to court?
I don't think they have any chance. But you know, in the Nigerian situation, when you are aggrieved, they tell you go to court.
Yes.
So that's why I was saying what I was saying. But whether they will succeed or not
is a different
thing altogether.
Get off it altogether. Okay.